Hi guys, welcome back to my house. I'm Nat, this is Finfinity, and today we're talking about an aquarium light. So we're in my house today. I have a couple of tanks just sort of scattered through because, I mean, what good fish keeper doesn't? And I'm lucky enough to be able to talk to you guys about this new Hygge light that I have received. Now, this was a gift from Hygge, and I am just doing a little review on it. So I'm super excited to do this because as far as aquarium lights go, I always sort of just find something that lights the tank up and then, you know, Bob's your uncle and that's it. Where this one actually has some really cool features to it. So I'm pretty pumped to get this on my aquarium. The light I am currently using is just a normal LED light. It is an aquarium light, but it's not a full spectrum or anything like that. The plants seem to be doing fine, but I actually think that that is not the light that is doing that. I'm pretty sure that is just some fertilizer and stuff that I've been putting in there. I think we get better growth with a light that is actually meant to go on an aquarium and is full spectrum. So I'm pretty pumped to try this one. Let's go through it together. Let's set it up together and see what the results are. All right, so this is my current little setup. Now, I did do a video on how I built this tank. So this is quite a few, this is almost, I think, a year on. It has changed a little bit. We have obviously got some more val in there that has grown in, and all the other plants seem to be doing really well. So this tank is thriving. I did end up changing out some cories that I had in here for some Madakas that are all hiding because they're all a little camera shy, but that is okay. And then, of course, we also have some Blue Dream shrimp in there as well, which they seem to be thriving. So having a great time. This tank's looking good. It's growing fairly well. It's a slow growing tank, but it's growing fairly well. I think that the biggest issue that I'm having is my lighting. I don't think my light is bright enough for this tank. So I am excited to swap it out for something a little bit newer and better and yeah. So let's give that a shot. It is the HG018 14 watt. Let's have a look at this product. So it's a little light. I wanted something a little bit more compact for this aquarium, and I also wanted it to be able to go on other nano aquariums that I've got. So this is very nice. So you can see it's quite a wide light. It's a clip-on light because I do prefer lights that I can clip on the back. So that's the clip. And this will be our transformer. So we can plug her into power. And of course, we've got our user manual, which we might need. We don't know yet. Clip-on mechanism works pretty simply. There is a channel at the back here that this slides onto. There we go. She's on. Then this piece will slide into that slot there. You can now set it to where you want it in the aquarium. I'm going to want it a little bit forward. So I'm thinking about here. That's probably perfect. Screws are really tough, which is really cool. So they're strong. It keeps everything in place, which is cool. Okay, cool. So that's that pretty much. Nice and simple. So let's go ahead and pull this old light off. Wow, that's a massive difference. Okay. Oh, so as you guys can see, the quality of light is actually incredible. One of the good things about this light in particular as well, it is actually an affordable light. This Hygge light that I requested is actually not the size that is recommended for this size tank. It is for a smaller tank. Now, I actually do have a smaller tank that I was thinking of putting this on, but I really like the way that this is on my little 2-foot tank. It's lighting up perfectly. Everything looks really bright and white. I can't believe how different the substrate looks. And the green, the popping of the green in the plants is amazing. Oh, we've got a Madaka coming out. Even they're different. The colours in the fish have really popped out too. My God, this is amazing. And I mean, personally, if you were going to ask me, I think that the light on the tank looks a lot more sleeker and nice. Obviously need to do some wire control, but that's easy enough to do. We're just going to hide those wires, of course, that you see at the back there. But it really does suit the tank. It looks really lovely and it doesn't look bulky or anything like that. So as far as aesthetic goes, I think this is a great light for that. It's really made a difference to my aquarium. My aquarium looks completely different, which is really cool. I do want to run you guys through some other cool little features that this does have. Now, it does have a built-in timer, which will allow you to do 24/7 mode, which is really, really cool. Basically what it's gonna do is simulate your sunrises and sunsets. That is awesome because I'm hopelessly addicted to trying to make my aquascapes really, really natural looking, especially my display tanks. To be able to simulate the sunrises and sunsets would be really amazing. Realistically for me, I don't think the fish care. But for me, and to be able to see that when I'm, going to work in the morning or even just coming home at night and watching it go down, that's really, really cool. So basically what it is, there's a 3-option timer that is located on the control pad here on the light. And you can choose your timing, whether you want to do a 6, a 10 or a 12-hour timer. Now in those timers, that's going to allow you a 15-minute sunrise sunset or a 30-minute sunrise to sunset. So your 10 hours and 12 hours will allow you to have the 30 minutes sunrise to sunset. Now what that means is that when it turns on, it's actually going to turn on as a sunrise, so it's going to be as a lower percentage of light and then slowly ramp up to that 100% brightness. What this is going to allow it to do is simulate that sunrise, which is really, really cool, and then simulate the sunset at the end of the 12 hours or whatever the timer that you choose. And I think this is great. You can do the same thing for a moonlight timer as well, which allows you to do 3 hours, 5 hours, or 12 hours. So this feature is definitely a very cool feature, and like I said, I think it's really more for us, not so much the fish. I don't think my Madakas care very much, but I still think it's really cool to witness. The clips, of course, we saw how I put them on. They are removable and adjustable. I love that. I love being able to adjust different products because I tend to use, I'll reuse a lot of stuff. Eventually when I pull this aquarium down, I might put a different light on it, and then this light will go on another aquarium. And I like being able to adjust things so that I can use them on multiple different projects. It does say here that it is a full spectrum light, and it is. This is ultra bright, beautiful full spectrum light. I can't believe the difference. I've also noticed how many snails are in this aquarium, and I'm very sad. Maybe it's time to get a loach. Or maybe some pea puffers, actually. I love my peas. They can clean this tank up. It does have adjustable colors. So if you guys were doing maybe a saltwater aquarium, you could pop it on the blue spectrum, which is really, really cool for your corals and things like that. It's only a 14 watt too, so it's barely costing any electricity, which is really awesome. I can't wait to see the difference in growth in this aquarium because the light just is, I can't believe how significant the change was. I'm pretty blown away by the difference in the lighting. And I always sort of knew that the better the light, the better the quality, it's going to make a difference to your aquarium. But that was that light that I had on there was an aquarium light that I bought from an aquarium store. Might not have been a full spectrum light, but this is a massive difference. So far, I am thoroughly impressed by this light. It is an affordable option for your aquarium, so definitely jump on in the links below and check out the Hygge range, because I know I will, because I really, really like my results here today. So thank you to Hygge for collaborating with me on this little video. Let me know what your thoughts on this light are. I'd love to hear your stories with lighting and how you guys light your aquariums. I know that there are so many options out there. Like I said, I use very, very budget lighting, and I can definitely see a difference between a high quality light and a budget light. So definitely let me know what you guys prefer. I want to hear from you. Let me know your stories. What are you breeding? What fish you're keeping? I'll try and get back to as many comments as I can. Subscribe, like, do all that cool stuff, and I will catch you on the next one.